Streamer U Volume 2, bro. First things first. Rest in peace, Uncle Phil. I definitely not as tuned in to the actual streams this year. I watched a lot of it last year, but it's just like, for me, it's like very overstimulating. As far as like, there's just a lot going on and a lot of like energy happening on screen, unless it's like somebody I watch all the time. It's like more like one or two people type of conversations, but like when they all huddled up and got the cameras going, it just gets a little wild. But I did look at a couple of the different classes. So I looked at Agent's class, which was like really good last year, and this year was still, pretty good. But then I watched Ludwig's class and I was like, oh yeah, this is like something I can like, all this stuff Agent was talking about too is something like I can apply immediately, but it was also like, it was more things that like were kind of like general. I gotta watch the second class, because the second class, they say he gets like a lot more detail, but that first day, was still like just getting down to the basics or whatever. So I still gotta watch that joint. But yeah, so Ludwig did a class, and he did 2 classes that I've seen. And the key takeaways that I got from that joint was basically, I just did the homework that he gave to people. I don't know all the homework that he gave, but the ones I saw was like a couple of different questions that then sparked a whole extra like rabbit hole that I went down, that actually like kind of, I want to say like reinvented how I'm thinking about streaming. Because at first I was just like, I want to make sure I stream every day, and if y'all don't know, I pretty much stream like every morning, like an hour and a half, right? And then on Saturdays we do a late night stream where we play the game and do our thing. We mainly play college football and then get off, basically. That's it. So but I knew it, like eventually I was gonna tap into some other things, but I just wanted to get used to setting my schedule. So now my schedule is like pretty much honed in, as far as like getting used to streaming in the morning, and I really enjoy that. I was like, you know what, let me just do the actual like homework and the lesson, apply the stuff that I seen in the PowerPoint. So he asked a couple questions. The first question was, who are your streamer goats, right? The second question was like about like your goals for the end of the year, and then the third one was like set up a schedule, essentially. And the schedule is gonna be different for everybody, obviously, but now unless y'all want to see that, I'll go into it another day. But those first 2 questions to me just made a lot of sense as far as like how to think about this type of thing, because it's like it gives you the best clues and the best insight to figure out what you kind of really want to do. So for me, my streamer goats are just, I'm gonna just name them off real quick, is RDC. You know what I'm saying? That's like my number one. That's like I just watch RDC all the time. And then Balvin. Used to be like Lord Balvin, but Balvin. And then Bose. I don't know if her name is Bose versus the World still. Or that's just the YouTube channel. And then Tony Stadavici, right? And a couple of these people are like mainly like YouTube watches, but like they're live channels. Like that's where I watch most of their content, because I don't really catch it live all the time. Just cause, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, basically when Ludwig showed his examples of streamer goats, or like ghosts in general, he gave reasons why. So like the reason why I chose RDC was because like of their authenticity. You know what I'm saying? That was like that was one of the options up there too. But yeah, authenticity in the way that they play games, right? They don't act like, obviously a lot of them are very confident, Mark specifically, right? And a lot of them are confident. But like when they're not good at a game, they'll sit there and work on actually getting good at the game, and it'd be like a whole arc. And I really like that kind of vibe for like the chat, because it's like you get to root and see the progression and see them constantly getting better, or trying to, at least. We all know what happened at DreamCon, but it's always next year. You know what I'm saying? And then I chose Balvin because as my second one, that's because of like his community, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like Balvin, like I can sit there and chat in Balvin's chat for like, you know, however long I'm watching the stream, right? Because his community is like, like he's always talking about something that's like very, it don't really matter what the topic is, but just the level of discussion back and forth is very chill, and it's also hilarious. You know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of vibe I want to have for my chat as well. And then Bose is like, I really like the fact that like her like content. I initially saw her on YouTube for her where she was doing like true crime, because I was just listening to watching a whole bunch of different stuff, and I found, like randomly saw her channel, and I was like, oh, let me watch this, and then it was like based on the stream, and I was like, oh dang, let me watch the streams, and I was watching the stream, but then I realized like, oh, she don't really stream that often, you know. But there was like a whole extra lore that I was not aware of. Like apparently she was on like Smosh, like all this other stuff. But like when she was actually like in that phase of building where she was streaming a lot more, like and playing games and stuff, like that was a whole different Bose. But this Bose is like everything she do on stream basically gets turned into a video. And she has like the best segments, I think, as far as like, because it's also a part of her niche, but then at the same time, like it's still very engaging with chat, you know, and she'll like react to court case, react to story, tell a story, you know what I'm saying? And it's just been evolving over the course of years. And she like she streams for a long time, right? When she does stream, but she doesn't stream like every single day. She be streaming like one day a week, you know, but that one day be going crazy, you know what I'm saying? So, and I want to apply that kind of funnel to what I do, but it's like, it's not even a but there. And because I'm already doing it, I just want to take it to the next level, essentially. And I can get into how I'm gonna do that later. But, and then lastly, Tony Stadavici or whatever, Tony, if I mess his name up, my fault. But he's just hilarious, bro. He has the most like natural clip form clips I've ever seen, bro. Like it's just like he's always like in that mode where it's like any and every moment can get turned into a clip. He'll also be chilling too, but just like he has that presence like on stream, like that charisma to like turn everything into a clip. And it'd be like funny and still like just not doing too much at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't take himself too serious, which I really liked about that. So that's like the kind of things I'm going to apply to my streams going forward. And then the next thing was like, what are your end of year goals? And since it's the middle of the year, I did a whole another goal video at the beginning of the year, but I might as well just do one because I didn't really do it for streaming specifically. So I said, you know, I want to average 20 concurrent viewers by the end of the year. Because he was saying like that's when you in like, I don't remember I think he said the top 10% of streamers or something like that. That's when I'm like, okay, bet, yeah, like we getting there. You know what I'm saying? And then we hit 1K followers on Twitch. We're almost on 1K on the main channel on YouTube. And then I want to stream like 3 hours a day, because he was saying that, you know, most people stream too much or stream way too little. And I'm one of the way too little youngest when it comes to streaming. Because I only stream like an hour and a half every morning. It's the morning time. So it's like most people are just getting up, getting ready by the time I'm streaming. And they come in at the end of the stream type beat. It's like a whole different type of thing, right? So like I heard that and I was like, you know what? I still want to keep my same schedule that I do stream in the morning time. But I'm gonna add a night stream to it as well. And then, you know, those people will find their ways into the chat, but they'll know that I'm gonna be live in the morning, I'm gonna be live at night. Cause I can't, like, to me, I really can't play the game for 4 hours. Like sitting under the lights for more than 4 hours is like, it's a lot for me. Like just like my eyes, like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what it is, but you know, I like being able to just get in and get out type of beat. You know, if he was there, he was there. But adding the extra stream on top of that, I think is going to be good. So we do hit that like that 3 hour sweet spot. You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, what's your like $1 idea, 1K idea, 100K idea? And this will go into like the more, you know, specific ideas that I was like ideating for the stream and stuff like that. But I said for my $1 joint, I was gonna like, that was gonna be like my night streams, like the night shift streams, where basically I do a series on YouTube called The Weekly Pool, where like I just combine all of the clips or all of the talking points that I have done previously about, you know, movies, TV, and anime, and then put that all in one video. Basically, what I'm gonna do is like throughout the week, I'm gonna just have a list and I'm gonna just go through on stream, whatever we get to, which is wherever we get to before it's time to play the game. That'll be like I just chat and segue. So I'm gonna add that. So that don't cost nothing really. And then for 1K, it could be, you know, a movie premiere type of stream or vlog. And I kind of switched it to a vlog or YouTube videos because that's like my main focus. But who's to say? Because I don't really want an IRL stream. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I don't really want to do that. But I would do a vlog type of thing. And then 100K would be like a film fest tour for like the summer, you know, where we just gotta go to all the film festivals and make a big video out of it, make a whole like movie out of that joint. And then yeah, and that's like my 100K idea, whatever. And then I just did my daily schedule, but that could be a whole separate thing. But those are like my main takeaways from it. All the other stuff was kind of like just like your normal, like I don't want to say generic, but like your normal everyday kind of like just good advice as far as just like how to not burn out and stuff like that. So that was cool. And I should have reacted to that whole video on stream, but I wasn't thinking about it like that until I watched the actual video. And then I wrote out like what like I kind of want the streams to consist of. As far as like the night shift go, the morning shift is pretty much going to stay the same, where that's because that's where we're going to get our college football content, and then the Project Powerhouse series and stuff like that. So that's kind of already set, and that's just like the best time for me to game when I'm like awake type of thing. So basically the funnel that he was talking about, which is like when you turn a stream into a video, I basically wrote out like how that would work for me. So like for gaming, I already have Project Powerhouse, which is like our college football dynasty series, that every game I play on stream gets turned into a video, which is basically like a VOD, so that we can record every single games. And on top of that, you know, when we get highlights and special clips and stuff like that, I turn those into shorts. So that's already happening. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying earlier. And then I also play through games, like I do walkthroughs and stuff like that. So we playing Hades right after this. So every time I beat a boss for the first time, you know what I'm saying, record that, post that, then initially once we beat the game, turn that into a movie or a boss rush type of thing. That's a whole separate video. And then the walkthroughs are going to be community driven, where we're going to have a light goal. I seen Afro Sinju do this, where it's like there's a light goal, and if you don't hit the light goal, then because this is still YouTube focused, but like it's still the funnel's still through streaming. It's community driven, so if you don't hit the light goal by like episode 10, then it just ends, and you got to catch it on stream. You know what I'm saying? Outside of like the boss fights, which will come out whenever they come out. And then as far as reacts, you know, which we already started doing that today. I'm gonna be reacting to like, you know, some stuff that's trending, which is mainly like I was talking about the YouTube that we're gonna be using, aka like the chat algorithm. That's what I'm calling it. But like the stuff that I see throughout the day, I'm gonna bring that to the stream. We might watch it. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what it is. I don't really want to get into like no drama stuff, but I also want to watch. I love watching video essays. And like I can call this film study, but like, cause I do basically video essays through my reviews, on YouTube already. and most of the time I don't really watch like current stuff until I make my own, essentially. Like if I haven't gotten to it yet, I don't want my thoughts to get like, you know, I don't want to get accused of stealing ideas if I watch a video then make my review on it. You know what I'm saying? So this is the whole process to making reviews and stuff like that for me that I go through, from writing it to editing it to filming it and all that. So, but I do like I love watching video essays like on just like different stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if I see something, boom, you know what I'm saying? We might watch that, react to that. And then I also want to do like creator gems as well. So like the Ludwig joint, right? Even though like the video is like an hour long and I already watched it, that's something that we could have did. But I also seen like a clip from what's his name? Mr. something. Where's my book at? I wrote his name down. His name, I don't know why I was flipping through the pages on the first page. Mr. Goopy. Yeah, Mr. Goopy is the guy's name. He does like a whole bunch of different videos. Most of the time it's like crowd, like man on the street type videos. And he was he said a very good gem that I'm gonna get to a little bit later. So stuff like that, you know. And then so anytime I see something like a creator says that, I'm like, oh yeah, like that's good advice or whatever, or I can give my own take on it. I was like, dang, like, and I want to share that with y'all because y'all might not have seen it. Boom, there you go. And then just for the just chatting segments of the stream, which is kind of like reacts to, but you know, we can go off script with AJ. You know what I'm saying? Off script with me, which is basically going to be our I call them blitzes. Like that's what I label them as when I'm making them. That's what I was talking about earlier with like the weekly pools. Basically going through that list of topics or whatever, and whatever we get to is whatever we get to. But just giving my takes on that in just like a more loose, you know, because not everything I do is scripted, but like most of the like high effort stuff is scripted. So I want to do that. We've done tier lists before on stream. Story times from like premieres and stuff like that, and then just a daily recap, because like the way I see it is like I'm gonna see y'all in the beginning of the day, and then you could like talk about like, all right, what y'all got planned for the day. Then we come back, recap, see if y'all did it. You know what I'm saying? And we help hold each other accountable, because that was something I was doing on TikTok like I don't even know how long ago, where like every day I was like recapping like what I got done that day as just like a thing, basically teaching myself how to literally make a video every day, regardless of like, you know, it wasn't like crazy, you know, it wasn't like a crazy like edited video, but it's just like getting the repetitions of doing something like that and learning how to do it. I just think that would be dope to bring to the stream. And that's pretty much it as far as like what the night streams will consist of, because it'll be mainly just chatting for the most part outside of Saturdays, which is like when we do our heavy gaming stuff, you know. And then the last thing that and the last thing is just like I'm a still be looking out for all of the videos from all the different people. I haven't seen everybody's class yet. Like I still want to see Senna, still want to see Valkyrie. So guys, like I said earlier, I still got to watch Agents joint, and just any clips that I see from like the streamer, you actual people, like it might actually be like a shorter version of it, because a lot of times they do the whole thing. So like I'm still looking for like, man, somebody's gonna make that Spark Notes like I just did, like of all of them, and then I could just go through it. But I'm gonna probably just have to sit down and watch all of them. So that might be something we bring to stream too. What's up, Chris? Yeah, but that might be something that we do in the meantime. But yeah, that's pretty much like my thoughts on Ludwig's class.